Alright, so I'm gonna see how fast I can get through this video and everything because, as you can see, I have my child here. The littler one, the older one, is doing a nap. But, of course, 2-month-olds don't... I mean, they have consistent schedule, kind of, but yeah. Ah! No! No! But anyway, now that that is done, let's get started with today's video. You sucking on your hand again? Of course you are. We are going to talk about, so it's a little different today because I have not played the campaign of this. So we're going to talk about Payday 2, the multiplayer specifically, not the campaign. But anyway, so let's get started with the story. So the basic story, like kind of premise of the game, just in general, is you're just, people who perform like bank heists and stuff like that. I mean, it's called Payday because you going in, you're breaking in, you're doing the jobs to get the money, whether it's stealing money or making drugs to sell them for money and just all that fun stuff. The illegal shit that you don't really want to do in real life because it'll get you in trouble, so you do it in a video game. I mean, yeah, because like I said, it's the multiplayer, so I haven't played the campaign, but that's the basics of the story. So, let's move on to the part that's going to be a lot beefier, the gameplay. So, I have been playing Payday 2 on, PC. I don't even know if it's on PS4 or anything else. I could be dumb and saying like, oh, it's on PC and it's only on PC. So, but yeah, I've been playing it on PC and I've been playing it with my husband because we're always looking for games that we can play together, of course. But, it's a pretty basic game in, the aspects of you have your different guns, you can throw grenades and whatnot, aim to shoot. So the aiming and whatnot, it is a little better, and they do give you the power trip of this unstoppable force that can break through these waves of cops and everything. So, of course, while there is challenge to it, at the same time, they also kind of make the aiming a little more forgiving when you do aim, so that way you generally usually hit your target pretty easy, because, obviously they want you to have that power trip. When you're first starting out missions, so most missions you start out with, you can choose to go what's quiet or loud. In those instances, or even sometimes you can just set up with quiet and then go to loud, just depending. But in most missions, you'll start out, you're wearing your costume, and before you jump in, you can set, like, the gun loadout and everything you have that will decide how noticeable you are to law enforcement, security, stuff like that, and even pedestrians. So, you go in before you start, so because they consider, like, crouching and running and everything to be suspicious activity, you go in, you can start trying to set up stuff just as a normal pedestrian walking around, being careful not to get noticed by the cops, and you don't start, because they call it, like, casing mode, you don't start technically the heist, like actually starting and really doing stuff, because you can't access your weapons or anything until you put your mask on, which anybody who knows Payday, the masks are a huge thing. That's like a big part of the game that everybody notices. So, the mask, you put on a mask. I have my favorite mask, which is a chinchilla head. It is what I will always wear. And he's wearing a Christmas suit. Because why not? That's my quiet loadout. My loud loadout's different, but I mean, I still have the chinchilla mask, but the chinchilla mask for me is where it's at. But of course, with it being a, bank heist kind of game, so when somebody gets downed, you have the option, of course, to pick them up. If they get down too many times, or you're not able to revive them in time, they don't end up dead. They're locked out of the game for a bit and then just observing, but what happens is they actually get sent to jail, and because when police start coming in, there's times of like, oh, the police are really coming in, you're getting hit, so you have to wait till it quiets down, and then you can capture either civilians as a hostage, or, which is the easiest, like, easy thing to do, or you can get a police officer and have them as a hostage, and then you can release and exchange them to free your team members that got, jailed. Your time of how long you have to wait to be able to be negotiated to freedom depends on if you've killed any civilians or not, because you actually do want to be careful in this game and not killing civilians, because killing civvies, it does make the money you get go down and everything, and of course you want to get the most money you can. So they do make it interesting in that regard, in that, you don't want to go in just guns blazing if there's civvies. You want to be a little more careful and tactful. So, and especially it's always good to have a couple on hand of hostages just in case people get downed, because you never know. But yeah, so I kind of like that. I think that's interesting to have that kind of hostage thing, and the fact that, like, killing civvies actually, and they changed it so it makes the individual person's money loadout go down. It doesn't affect the rest of the team, like, they'll still get theirs. So if you killed 5 civvies but your buddy killed none, then you'll get different amount of money at the end of the mission. And then, of course, you also get rewarded if there is nobody in jail at the end of the mission. If you have someone in jail, then you lose the, full team bonus, but it is what it is. So, honestly, I think the gameplay, it's smooth and it's fun. You can have different loadouts, such as, you have people who can drop an ammo bag or, like, a medic bag to heal yourself. I really do enjoy, like, the kind of, being able to choose to sneak around or go in loud. That's always fun in that gameplay. But yeah, that's essentially the basics of the gameplay, so let's move on to my thoughts and opinions. Honestly, I really like this game. Like I was saying in the last portion, I love the fact that you can choose. There's like a lot of missions where it's like you can choose to sneak or you can choose to go loud. And the funny thing is, depending on what you do, there's like some missions that will go by really freaking fast if you sneak, and or they'll end up taking a lot longer because you ended up going in loud. And so sometimes even you can try to be sneaky, but if you get caught and you set off the police detection, then you're automatically just, regardless, if you don't have your mask on, you automatically put your mask on and you're in police assault mode, and you have to deal with that. Now you have no choice, because it just is what it is. But honestly, I think it's a really fun multiplayer game. There's like so many different mission types. Like there's one where you're escorting like a drunk Santa to safety, and then you have to go and get the presents, the stuff that has stuff you can sell for money. There's also one where you literally steal a Christmas tree out of the mall. There's one where you're going into the mall and your mission is to just destroy everything in the mall. You just want to destroy everything. So, there's a lot of different of the variables of mission types. And then Payday 3 is even coming out not next year. I believe it's 2023. Yeah, it comes out in like 2 years. So that'll be exciting. And honestly, the Payday community, like, of course there's toxic people, because my husband and I, we were playing a game, and there was someone who, they came in, and this was a time where killing civilians did affect everybody. They came in, they killed all the civvies, and then they just left the game. So you do sometimes get assholes like that, but honestly, like 95% of the people we played with, they're honestly super nice, super friendly. It's like a great time. Of course you'll give each other shit if you're sucking, but it's like, it's not really a toxic community, which is nice to see, because especially when you're a new player like me, who's not very good at shooters to begin with, it can be a little discouraging of when you go into a game and, all the veterans are like, oh my gosh, you frickin' suck, get out of here, and like, they're legit getting so pissy and like talking extremely down to you. It's like, well, now you're making me not want to play the game, because you're basically saying, like, I'm crap. And it's like, I get it's frustrating and you want to win, and I'm not saying, oh, coddle everybody's feelings, but it's also like, there's a certain point where it's extremely toxic, and it's like, well, yeah, you're gonna kill your own game, because no people aren't wanting to come in new to this game because the community's so toxic. But Payday, honestly, it's got a good community and everything. So I would definitely say I don't know anything about the campaign. Who knows? Maybe one day I'll get around to playing campaign, but I play it for multiplayer. That's where the big fun is at. So I honestly give at least the multiplayer portion of this. And oh, what's wrong, baby? What's wrong? Mama's right here. I give this game the multiplayer an 8.5 out of 10. So I would definitely say it's still worth checking out Payday 2, especially because, you know, Payday 3 is not coming for, you know, about another, like, little over a year at minimum. I don't know exactly when the third one's coming out, so definitely recommend picking up Payday 2. But anyway, go ahead and leave a like if you enjoyed this video. You don't have to, but it helps let me know what you all are enjoying. If you want to see more videos like this, I upload every Monday and Friday is review videos, and then Wednesday and Sunday are gameplay videos, or you can always just hit that subscribe button to make it easier on yourself. My Twitch, where I stream Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, is linked down below, as well as my Twitter, Instagram, and my vlog channel. If you want to, you know, do all that. And my vlog channel, no, don't worry, it's not one of those family vlog channels where I'm just every day putting way too much personal information about my kids on there. Yeah, it's not that kind of thing. The vlog channel is mostly for, because I like making other types of videos that don't necessarily fit into the content of this channel. That I used to just put everything on this channel in the beginning. If you go back and look at my videos, you see that's the case, but I decided to actually separate them. So yeah, that's what the vlog channel is. But yeah, that's gonna be it for today's video, and I will see you all next time. Bye!